Good evening. It's an honor to be here and to share the stories. Good evening, Ambassador. Thank you for having us. Honored guests, fellow Cubs, and friends. I am Charlene Fontaine. I am the daughter of Stuart Fontaine, and his nickname was Stewpot, with his buddies in the 69th. He was a mechanic, a tool and die maker, and served in the 69th Depot Repair Squadron. He was one of 325 men. So I appreciate your generosity of time, sir, to share the stories of our dads. And thank you for the precious gift of timing and sharing. I stand before you this evening, and I represent not only my dad, but 325 men who served in the 69th. They were a top secret requested squadron and the only fourth echelon squadron in China, Burma, and India. They were skilled as mechanics, as electricians, and any skill needed to repair, retool, or redesign an aircraft, they had it. The squad included 4 test pilots, and they flew the missions in these repaired aircraft. I thought they were very brave. Tonight with us, we have one of our test pilot's daughters, Bud Heiner's daughter, Jody Macron Heiner, is with us. We have also, from our squadron, is our other Cubs are Susan Macris, the daughter of George Miller, and Harvey Littman, the son of Art Miller. It goes back in time, and let's start there, shall we? Kelly Field, San Antonio, Texas, December 1943. They were given their orders: pack up, ship out, destination unknown. The squadron had been trained into doing the impossible in an impossible situation. They packed up, Dad did, his tractor-trailer truck with all the tools that he would need to help redesign and do his mechanics on the aircraft. After a short time when they were at sea, they were told their destination, China, which was a very interesting twist because most of these young men that in the 69th, like all Americans, they hadn't had the privilege of traveling outside of our world and outside of our country. They were farm boys. They were college graduates. They were amazing individuals. The journey was long and hard and filled with many challenges. They were, upon arriving in Assam, India, they learned they would be either driving the Burma Road in a 6x6 tractor-trailer truck, or their trucks, or they would be flying the hump. The hump was the group who went over the first visit to make sure that everything was okay, and they would proceed forward. Dad was in the 3rd convoy. He was driving his tractor-trailer truck on the Burma Road, which was a very narrow dirt road that the Chinese had built with their hands and their feet, and very few tools. So we're very honored that they were able to do this. But their tractor-trailer trucks were so big, and so what they did is then they had 2 choices driving 23 switchbacks on the Burma Road. And they could either stay on the road and do well, or they tippled over into the valleys. And so it was a very challenging situation for them to do. And Dad spoke of the tremendous beauty of the land. The views were breathtaking, and he used to say, and I quote, "One day we were driving in the cold snows in the Himalayan mountains. The next day we were in the heart and the heat of the valleys." End quote. This journey was 30 days for the first 2 squadrons, or the first 2, convoys. The third convoy had many challenges navigating the twists and turns on the Burma Road. 45 days later, they arrived. into Kunming, and to their surprise, it was the headquarters of the 14th Army Air Corps under the command of General Chennault. There was a big surprise waiting for them on the base. It was a massive building. It looked like a hangar. And they were very happy that the Japanese never came and tried to bomb that facility, because inside that facility was a factory that was responsible for retooling, redesigning, and recreating all the parts that were needed for the aircraft that they were going to be servicing all over China. The headquarters in Kunming had a big job there. The GIs, along with the Chinese people, worked side by side to accomplish the end results. The lessons they learned were passed on to each of us. Their lives were forever changed by their experiences. Dad never spoke of the war itself. He had a hidden box that contained priceless treasures from China. He would tell me about the beauty and the grandeur of the land and the courage of the Chinese people. The time Dad experienced and what he saw forever shaped his life and mine. I share these lessons as how I have overcome my challenges in my own life to many people. And when someone tells me I can't do something, or it's impossible to do, these are the words I share. I am the daughter of a flying tiger. I do not know the meaning of cannot do, quit, stop, or impossible. His words ring in my ears and in my heart. They have helped save my life as well as many others. And sharing the history of the 69th, my dad and all the dads and the Flying Tigers and the people of China, it brings compassion. It brings respect. It brings understanding. And most of all, it brings acceptance to all who listen and hear their magic history and story and how the relationship is so special. The priceless time Dad and all the dads of the 69th spent were the foundation and the legacy of friendship with the Chinese peoples. That is the past. Today, we build on that foundation as well as preparing for the future. This priceless time Dad and all the dads spent brought us our legacy and foundation. Today we build on that for the future. The 69th Association is expanding our mission. We now have and share their stories and know that they are the shoulders we all stand on. They have given us so much. This comes by creating opportunities to education, to all peoples of our world, by starting schools for pilots and mechanics, by awarding scholarships from the 69th Scholarship Fund, and starting summer camps for all to come together, just like our dads did, both Chinese and American, to make our lives better for all. So now, we wish to invite each of you and your family members and your communities to join us in our mission to create a lasting future based on friendship, acceptance, respect, compassion, and deep inner peace to all. So as our dads would say, thank you, Sheshe, and Ding Hao. Thank you, Charlene.